Hello and welcome to the Downsized Dish. My name is Laraine Durham, and this is our show where we talk to people who have lost weight on a GLP-1 medication like Wegovy, Zepbound, Mounjaro, Ozempic, trizepatide, and semaglutide. My name is Laraine Durham, and I've lost over 50 pounds on a GLP-1 medication. And this is our channel, The Downsized. We publish videos every day on all kinds of GLP-1 topics. So I hope you will go ahead and hit that like button now and subscribe to our channel. If you'd like to schedule a Downsized Dish interview, you can send me an email to laraine@thedownsized.org. Now, I'd just like to say before we get started that I am not a doctor, my guest is not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. So if you're wanting to get started with a GLP-1 or fitness journey, please talk to your doctor or healthcare professional. All right, let's get into it today. Today, I'm happy to have on with me Elaine from Real Talk with Elaine. Welcome, Elaine.
Hi, how are you?
She has a YouTube channel. Elaine, tell us about yourself.
Hi, well, I am definitely delighted to be here with you today, Laraine. I am almost 57. I have a birthday coming up really soon. So I'll be a 57-year-old mother of three. I have three adult children. My oldest is 33, my middle is 27, and my youngest is 23. And I am married, and I live in Maryland and have been on this wonderful GLP-1 journey since March 29th of 2024. And I'm delighted to be able to share with your community on today.
Awesome. Sounds like we're similar age and got the three children and all that. Well, tell us a little bit about your weight loss journey. How much weight have you lost, Elaine?
Well, this is exciting because I think on my last video, I mentioned that I was 67 pounds down, and I am now 69 pounds down as of today.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's show some of your, here's some confetti. Our virtual confetti.
Right.
That's awesome, 69 pounds. Let's show your before and after pictures. Tell us about these pictures, Elaine.
Goodness. So I started this journey, as I said, on March 29, 2024, and I was a whopping 300 pounds. And I'm gonna be quite honest because I am on Mounjaro. And when I first went to the doctor, I was diagnosed in February of 2024 with type 2 diabetes. I was like on 8.2. So I've been one of those folk who were like trailing on the pre-diabetic range for a long time. I mean, my doctor kept warning me, you're pre-diabetic. And I was like, what does that mean? I didn't really know. And honestly, I think I had so many different factors going on in my life at that time that I really didn't, I wouldn't want to say care, but I don't think I did because I didn't act like I cared, And so I finally decided that, once I actually went to the doctor and they were like, you crossed over, your A1C is 8.2 or something like that. I think it was 8.2. And I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, you are now diabetic. So they put me on metformin. I really got sick on the metformin. It didn't do well with me. Had a lot of adverse reactions to it. And then I went to, then I went back to the doctor and I was like, this metformin is making me sick. I don't know. And, I was like, I don't want to go on insulin. That was the main thing because I am, genetically predisposition to it because both of my grandmothers on my mom and my dad's side had it and then had diabetes. And so I was kind of scared. And I was like, I remember my mom always making my grandmom's insulin shots up for her when she would come stay with us sometimes for the summer. And I used to look at that and be like, this is weird. Like this lady got a shot every day, So Yeah. And so I was just really scared of that. And then he tells me about this other shot, like, go figure, right? So because I don't want to take insulin, but you're going to tell me about this other shot I can do. But he told me about the shot because particularly he said, you have been dealing with obesity for quite some times. And I had been dealing with it for a while. And so
Yeah.
that's when he decided to, tell me about the Mounjaro. He placed me on 5 milligrams of Mounjaro. Let me tell you why. Because I started this journey in the middle of the shortage. Okay.
Oh.
So it was March when he decided to place me on the Mounjaro. So he told me, he contacted his reps that come to the office and stuff. He says, look, tell me where she can find this medication. Because if you do not tell my patients where the medication is, I'm not going to push it anymore on them. And basically, I mean, I'm paraphrasing because that's not how it said, but he basically told them, look, I need to know. So he knew exactly where I could find that 5 milligram. And it was 10 minutes literally from his office. So I am in the Maryland, well, we always say DMV, District, Maryland, Virginia area. And so my doctor was in Virginia, and literally it was 10 minutes from him at a Wegmans pharmacy. And so I went to Wegmans, and of course I got denied with my insurance, and I have really good insurance, Blue Cross, but I got denied because I needed a prior authorization. Exactly. Yeah. But my husband was with me, and I was like, I really, really need this medicine. And they were like, it's going to cost you $550 or something I had to pay for.
Yeah.
With a coupon. I did download the coupon. The doctor, before I left his office, had me download the coupon, which was really cool. So the doctor was really cool. And so I downloaded the coupon, and I was like, I got to pay this $550. And I paid it. And then I took it home, and like everybody else's story, I put it in the refrigerator and was like, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm not brave enough. So, like everybody else, my husband had to give me his first shot. And so my husband was like, it's not bad because he's got multiple sclerosis and he takes a shot every month. And he has a pen. His shot is by a pen, it's Kesimpta. And so he was like, it's not bad, trust me. So he gave me my first shot, and I took it on March 29th. And it's been an amazing story ever since. I definitely, well, I don't know if you're ready for me to get into this yet or whatever, but.
Well, I do have a question. So you didn't start on the 2.5 like most people start. You went right to 5 due to the shortages in the area. And did it work okay for you? Did you get
so that's what I wasn't sure if you were ready for me to get into, because honestly, I wanted to tell you about night 1 of the 5.0 milligrams.
Yeah.
So 5 milligrams night 1, I took the shot, and I will tell you, within like an hour, I felt like something, like a truck had just run over my body.
Oh no.
It was so weird. The main thing that I remember, it's like having a baby, like the joy that you get afterwards and you forget. That's a great analogy, I hope. But the joy that you get afterwards. So I was like, But what I remember is right up in here, like all of my upper back and shoulders was sensitive to touch. Oh. I felt like somebody, if I just took my fingertip and touched it, it hurt. It was so painful. It was just like skin. It's really weird to explain. But I did put it out there on the internet, and other people had gone through it, so I knew it was normal.
Yeah, there's a name for it. Christopher has that sometimes. What's it called, Christopher? Allodynia.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Christopher, send that to me, because honestly, I really want to know what that is, because it was a really unique experience for me that not too many people in the GLP-1 community told me they went through that. But it was real sensitive, like, oh my God. So that was one. The second side effect was I had a severe headache. Oh. Well, I won't say severe. It was kind of like a mid-grade, but it was just annoying. It was a headache that would not go away. I took Tylenol, Motrin. I took anything I could to get it to go away, but the headache just stayed there. But it just stayed low to mid grade.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think it was just a lot of fatigue, just huge fatigue. I could not get off the couch. I was just like, I just laid on the couch for probably a day and a half at least.
Yeah.
Eating was out of the question. Satiation came on immediately. And I just tried to drink because I heard drink lots of fluid. And that's what I did. Yep.
Yeah.
So that was day 1 through 2 on it, but it didn't happen the next week. And I was waiting for it.
Oh.
Like after day 3, I was like, okay, I'm better. You know, I was able to eat a little bit and I just felt a little better. But next week, nothing. All of that was completely gone.
So you adjusted quickly.
Yeah.
Medication.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Still good appetite suppression though. Still all the
all of that was
the things
same.
you want.
Yeah, what I wanted was there. The appetite suppression and the food noise was absolutely gone. But none of the pain and headache, and I don't have headaches anymore, anything like that.
Well, that's good. So what dose are you on now, and how quickly did you move up?
So my titrations, and I'm going to say to you, I am not as methodical as you are because I watch your videos all the time and I see how, the notes that you've taken and how good you are. I'm Christopher. We just go with the flow. Okay. So basically I did go back and I did kind of look at different things. I looked at my prescriptions, number 1, to see what I was doing. So I basically think I was at a 4-month titration on almost all of the medication. Now the 5, with the 5, I moved up to 7.5 probably after 2 months. I think it was like 2 months. But then after that, I was on 7.5 for like 4. I was on 10 for like 4 or 5 months. I think I was on 10 kind of the longest. And then 12.5. Hey, JoJo.
JoJo's here.
Hey. JoJo said, come here. I want to be a part of it.
So yeah, that's our cat JoJo. She likes to make an appearance. And Elaine, you have a JoJo pin on, right?
I do, because I met you guys here and had the pleasure of getting my own JoJo pin.
Yep.
I love cats. We used to have 2 cats, so we too understand. Yeah.
Yeah. We met Elaine at our Washington meetup, and she got one of the JoJo pins and her downsized pin.
Yeah.
So, that's awesome. So you're talking about the titration. You said you went maybe every 4 months up in dose.
Right. So 7.5, yes, 4 or 5 months on the 7.5, and then on the 12.5, I moved up. I think I was like 4 5 months on that. So I am now graduated to the last dose, which I never wanted to get to. I really didn't. I always said, I'm never going to go to 15, never going to go to 15. Well, I'm now on 15. So the weird thing is I did 15 1 dose about 4 weeks ago. And I took it and I guess it was about now 4 weeks ago. I was just coming off of a cruise. I was sick when I came off the cruise. I had some sort of respiratory thing at first I thought was just going on. So, and my crazy self took the 15 because my doctor had pushed me up to it and I came off the cruise and took the 15. And I said, oh my God, I was already sick and took the 15. So that was like double jeopardy.
Double whammy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was really bad off. And I remember I had talked about it in one of my videos and one of my community members came and said, well, you're giving 15 a bad name. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. That's not what I intended to do, but I just want to tell my experience and journey on what happened. Right. And so, but I really was pretty bad off on that first dose of 15. So I made a decision. And again, like you said, we're not doctors. I'm not saying this is something anyone else should do. But after going to urgent care and finding out that this was actually on the verge of, bronchial asthma kind of thing, they couldn't figure out what it was, but I had to get breathing treatments and everything because my breathing was pretty bad off. So it really was pretty bad. So I decided the following week, because I'm sorry, we kind of addicted to these shots. So I was like, I'm not missing my shot. So I'm like, y'all can give me breathing tubes or whatever. I'm gonna take my shot,
This is not medical advice. Check with your doctor.
Advice, but I was gonna take my shot. So I decided to go down to a 12.5. Okay. So because I just felt like I was comfortable with that and I didn't want to just put myself through what I'd gone through the week before. So I did 12.5, then went back to my regular doctor, found out, yes, she thought it was asthma. She ordered me a nebulizer. And so now I'm really into this. And I had like 3 different inhalers she gave me, steroids, different. So I was on all kind of medication, prednisone, everything. I was on everything. And so it really took a while for me to get over that. And so I feel amazing. This is like my first good week that I feel amazing. And the coughing is gone and all of that stuff. So so I went back up to the 15 this past week.
And how did that feel?
So I ended up actually taking my shot last night because I did you all's thing. I went out of town to do a college move-in for my mentee this weekend.
Yeah.
And when I got out of town, I was like, oh, damn, I ain't take my shot. I didn't bring my shot. I said,
it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
So, and we feel good about ourselves. I think when we can do that, because I know at one point I would never have forgotten my shot. But so I didn't get back home until yesterday, midday. And as soon as I got home, I ran straight to the refrigerator, took it out, and, jabbed myself with it. Yeah.
So your shot day is usually Friday?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Friday to Sunday, not terrible.
Bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Sometimes I usually take it in the middle of the night because I'm an early napper, it's 50-some-year-olds. So I take a nap in the afternoon, and sometimes I won't wake up until like late night. So I might take it in the middle of the night or whatever. But
okay. All right. So I guess you've been on it now. You said March of 24, and now we're in August of 25. So about a year and a half.
17 months. Yeah, 16, 17. Close to, I thought I don't know when you guys, I don't remember when you guys.
We started September. We started like 6 months before you did.
Okay.
September.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We froze. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Oh, now we're back.
I can now. Okay.
I don't know what happened. So are you planning to continue weight loss, or what's your plan there?
So this part of my journey has been, weight loss that was always secondary because that was definitely a benefit to.
Right, the A1C had to come down.
The A1C thing, right? Yeah. So now I'm dealing with the fact that I also have lymphedema. And I want to tell you, I watched your video about lymphedema. Yes. And so what you're showing right now is how I look when I'm on my compression machine.
Yeah.
For lymphedema. And it's a tumultuous kind of process for me. This is a very challenging piece for me. It's very embarrassing. Although I know embarrassment is a choice. And I always say that to myself because it really is.
Well, I mean, explain to our viewers a little bit about this condition that you have.
So lymphedema, and I just so I can bring it to the table and like you did so eloquently on your video. It is a chronic condition, and it involves like swelling of a lot of our parts. For me, it's my lower extremities. And it's caused by like a malfunction in the lymphatic system. Okay, so and what your body should normally do is drain excess fluids through your lymphatic system, but mine doesn't. So my lymphatic system has been damaged. How it was damaged, I still have not been able to determine that. And so it's a lot about my condition that I just don't know. Now I know I'm not as bad as I've seen others, who have it, and it's debilitating in some ways. So I'm not at that point because I do.
How long have you had it?
Wow. So that's what I was going to get into. So you have sort of a primary or secondary lymphedema. I always thought I was secondary because I have had surgeries, not a lot of surgeries, but I have had some surgeries throughout my life, mainly on my feet, because I have bad feet, girl. I had bad feet. I used to dance in college. And now I'm not in the clubs, okay? Let me let's get that straight. Was not a stripper. No, I used to dance in the band in college, and I also danced in church. I did a lot of dancing in my life. So I thought it was, so I had surgery because of my feet being kind of bad due to that. But I also had the weight loss surgery in 2013. So yes. So those were the major kind of surgeries I've had in my time. And I don't know what happened. I thought that it was from that. It wasn't until recently. I'm taking care of an aunt who is 83 years old, and I was at her house one day going through some of her photo albums, and she actually took me to my visitation to college when I was in high school. And she took pictures that I never knew she took on a Polaroid camera. Literally, they were a Polaroid camera. And I saw my legs because she made me wear a dress and stockings. Go figure back then. Yeah. And I saw my legs and they were so big. So whereas I thought it was a secondary, I believe now that my condition was primary. And I remember growing up, people always saying, girl, you got some big legs. And I never remember having normal ankles like everyone else.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of there, and then maybe the surgeries triggered it to get worse, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it got worse because of the obesity over time, because throughout college, I still was functional, but I never identified myself as having big legs. But I do remember looking and never seeing my ankles being as small as other people's ankles. So I think it was just more in my ankle situation. And that's where the majority of it is now, is in my ankles, and it is also in my calves, but
so that compression machine, does that help? What does that do?
I think it does. I'm really not a good girl in that area. I'm gonna be quite honest, because it's so I get frustrated with it, and I'm supposed to do it twice a day. I may do it 3 times a week.
And what keeps you from doing it every day? The time?
The time, and just
you have to sit still, right?
Yeah, you have to sit still, and so I'm also ADD. And the one thing we don't like to do is sit there idle and feel like we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But I promised myself I'm going to get better because I really need to do it. I don't really see that a lot of people say it makes a lot of difference in them. And I'll be honest, I have been consistent about it at some points. And it's still, I think the most disappointing thing, Laraine, is waking up after you do all of that, the drainage and stuff, compression and stuff, and then you wake up in the morning, you look at your feet. The first thing I look at every morning is like religiously. is my ankles and my feet to see if they went down.
They look-
I do
yeah.
elevate every night, right? I put my feet up every night on a pillow. And then I also have a bed now that rises up, but my husband doesn't like it to rise up because it makes him uncomfortable. So we have to eventually, I guess,
Need an adjustable.
get that. Yeah, well, we got the adjustable bed, but it's like he doesn't like for me to elevate it. So it's like we have to get the one that he can have his side and I can have my side, you know?
Right.
So,
do you wear any kind of compression garments during the day? Yeah,
I do. I do have some, and you know, it's vain. It's just vain. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm really about. That's why my show is called Real Talk with Elaine, because I tell the truth. I'm very transparent, and it's my fault, and I don't blame anyone but me. But I am supposed to wear the compression garments all the time, but. You know, I want to wear the cute sandals and stuff in the summer. I don't want to look like. Now, I do wear compression garments more in the winter because I wear pants and it covers it. But who wants to wear them ugly things? And you know,
it's really interesting. My mom was born with a club foot, and so and I just always saw her wearing compression stockings. One of her legs was always real veiny and real swollen, and I didn't ever know the name of what that was. And in the course of doing research and talking to people, I'm like, Mom, do you have lymphedema? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I didn't even know. I said, do you still wear your compression? Because she used to get like these heavy duty nylons, like from the drugstore. Let's go order them.
The old looking ones.
And she said, no, I really quit wearing them because it's hot and I don't like them. And she said, but I probably need to start wearing them again. And I was like, and I've seen her deal with this like my whole life, but it never dawned on me. So I understand a little bit just from seeing her struggle with it. So
I think
she was going to try that compression thing like you showed in the picture.
Yeah,
I don't think she's ever tried that.
I refer that to her. Her doctor should get her that.
Yeah.
But the most difficult piece about having lymphedema on this weight loss journey is I don't really always get accurate weight readings.
Oh, because of swelling.
Right. A lot of it is water, it's fluid retention. And I know a lot of people say, oh, inflammation is what they have. And I mean, yeah, they do. I get it. But it's not on the level of what I have. So I do take water pills. I don't take them often because it's really not good for lymphedema, honestly, because lymphedema is not water.
It's not water. I get it. So you probably don't weigh yourself every day for that reason, I would guess. So that would just be kind of too up and down and not good to see, like mentally that would not.
Mentally, yes. I'm glad you said that. It's a mental thing for me. So what I do is 2 to 3 days before I do my shot, I'll do my Lasix, my water pill. And unless I'm really, really swollen, having a flare up, because sometimes I'll have just an unnatural flare up. And of course, my feet are tight, everything's tight, and I need the release. So I will take the water pill for that to give me that little release. Exercise is good for it. And I have started doing a lot of exercise. I do go to the gym. I did hire a trainer. And so I'm doing, so I do that. So I find that exercise is really good for it. But I'll take the water pill 2 to 3 days before I weigh in. And then I'll watch the weight, I'll watch the water just come. Like in a matter of, it's unbelievable. In a matter of like 3 to 4 hours, I can lose 5 pounds.
Wow. That's amazing how that fluid can build up, right? All all kinds of fluid, right? I guess.
Yeah.
That would be kind of, I don't know. I'm sure it's it's frustrating, right? Because you know what it is, but you still want to see it. You want to see that number on the scale go down.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Are there any other treatments that you can do for this besides, I guess you said exercise and the water pill occasionally and the compression thing?
It's it's incurable. So it's something I have to live with. I just want to say I'm grateful because again, in March of 2024, I was at 300 pounds.
Yeah.
So so the medication is working.
Yes.
It's doing what it's supposed to do, even fighting through my lymphatic, crazy right now. I think that, So that picture was taken, the one sitting in the chair was in a hotel lobby. And I was so mad at myself. I was like, I actually sent that to my girlfriend the other day, and I said, now you should have told me I was sitting up there like some kind of whale.
She's probably like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Her. Yeah. So that was in July. No, sorry. It was Labor Day of 2023. Labor Day of 2023. I was actually down in you all's neck of the woods because my girlfriend came from Charlotte, and I was in Columbia at my cousin's house, and I was staying at a hotel down there. Yeah, for a cookout.
Yeah.
And then the middle picture, I want to say that was maybe, I don't even remember the date of that. I think that might have been I do remember. We were in Virginia for an event, my husband and I, and that was in a hotel. That was in December of 2024? No. 2024? Wait a minute. Maybe not. Maybe that was, you know what? I don't remember. Let's just say.
You've obviously lost weight. So
yeah, and this last one I do know. That was when I came back off the cruise, and believe it or not, I was in the bathroom of the urgent care, and I looked at myself. So I had body dysmorphia really bad. And I was like sick as a dog on that picture, which is why I'm probably not showing my face. But I was sick as a dog, and I was in the bathroom. And I can even see the difference, the way that Christopher has these lined up from the middle one to that one in terms of like the hips and stuff like that.
Definitely. So you're in the bathroom at the urgent care, and you're sick, and you look in the mirror and you're like,
what the hell? Who's that? That's all I was thinking to myself. Who is that? And I do wear black all the time because black is what we were kind of told kind of disguises, But look at the black in this first one. That ain't disguise. And then look at them thighs.
Yeah. That's, you can definitely see it. Oh, look how cute you are right there.
Thank you. That was on the cruise.
Very cute.
Yeah. I went my little getaway. Yeah. So, So that was it.
Well, tell me about your A1C. You said I think it was over 8 when you started. What's it been lately?
I actually had it go down as low. Really, it's too low. I think it went down one time to 4.9. I think the last time we looked at it, it was like 5.2. So but it went down to like 4.9, and I was like, what in the world? And so I was like, So it got really low. I'm due to have it checked again, I think in September.
Okay. Yeah. So it's helped you manage your type 2 diabetes. You've got back to
I don't even claim that level. Because honestly, I only had it for, soon as he said that, that's when I went on Mounjaro. Yeah. So
that's good that you were able
have a bout with that as like other people have, just struggle with diabetes. Yeah, I didn't have that. But,
I think that it's important to tell people with type 2 diabetes usually lose slower on the GLP-1 than people without type 2 diabetes. So you've been on about a year and a half and lost, I think, right at 69, 70 pounds. So, that's significant weight loss, right? But it's probably a little on the lower end of the average side, right?
It is.
Yeah. But I think it's really encouraging that it works.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you're going to continue on the 15, I guess, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to see what 15 does for me. I just feel like it's nowhere else to go. So I'm just kind of
Yeah.
here now.
Yeah. Well, what kinds of things are you eating? Are you eating any certain way?
So I'm a Maryland girl. So I
Crabs?
crabs and seafood, especially in the summer. It's so
Yeah.
tasty. So yeah, I love crabs. I love seafood. I love fish. So I typically probably have salmon 2 to 3 times a week, but I have it different ways. Sometimes I'll cook it myself. We have some wonderful Mediterranean places here that I do get salmon from there as well. And So that's kind of what I do mainly. So salmon, chicken, and as I said in my video the other day, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm still a fried chicken wing girl. So like at least once or twice a week,
Yeah.
I'll have like 1.5 pieces of a fried chicken wing. I have
Yeah.
to. It's just like
I
I
have
can't do
to.
without. I was hoping this thing would take it away. I really believe. I think the first 2 to 3 months I didn't do it because I was scared it was going to make me sick.
Right.
I mentioned that I had weight loss surgery before, right?
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Which one did you have?
I had the full rolling wide, the full gastric bypass.
Full gastric, and that was in, what did you say, 2013?
2013, May of 2013.
2013. And how much weight did you lose on that?
Oh my God, I was 400 pounds when I did that.
Oh my. Okay. Wow.
I was 400 pounds, and I got down to 190.
Wow.
And
Over 200 pounds, 210 pounds. Wow.
yeah, it was amazing. And the thing is, I hate that surgery. I hate that I had that surgery. I
Yeah.
don't recommend anyone. I mean, if it's
I mean, it was the
Again.
best option at the time, right? That
it was
was,
my best option at the time, but I
Yeah.
think if you're not over at least 500, 600 pounds, I think now having this option would be
Yeah.
the route I would have gone if I had this option first.
Yeah.
Because it does take so much away from you in your life, and you just, I was so sick after that
Yeah.
surgery. I really had a rough time. Now I know some people say they didn't have the experience that I had, and that's perfect, but I had
Yeah.
a really bad experience.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. I mean, I've talked to so many people who had bariatric surgery along that same time frame that you did, and it's effective. You lose weight. You can't physically eat very much, but I mean, I guess at some point over time, you gained it back, right?
Yeah, because the stomach stretches back. I mean, for us, it stretches back out. I mean, I guess it did, and I was just able, and honestly, you're not really eating that much. And if you hear from a lot of people, they probably tell you, I really didn't eat that much. I don't know what it was, so I don't know why I got back to 300 pounds. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's obesity. It's the disease of obesity, right? It's not our fault. Our body has this metabolic dysfunction that we can't regulate. The amount of food that we eat, and these GLP-1s just kind of connect it all back together. So, I mean, I know that's really frustrating to have the surgery, lose over 200 pounds, and then slowly over time it comes back. So,
I think it's really amazing though with these GLP-1 medications, and I've actually been watching more, people who are sharing their journeys on YouTube and everything talk about how now some of the more recent weight loss surgery candidates or patients, they are now going right into the GLP-1 within like 6 months to a year afterwards.
Yeah.
Had that, oh my God, I wouldn't even be sitting here talking to you, probably.
No, I know. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say, oh, I wish this would have been available.
Yeah.
But we just have to remember that we're very lucky that it is available now. We're able to access it. We're able to lose
I'm
weight
happy
on
for
it.
them.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for them. I'm like, this is ideal to have that option now.
Yeah. We talked to Jamie Seltzer, I think the other day. He was over 600 pounds.
Yes, I saw that.
And he's lost, I think, over 300 pounds and still going.
Yeah.
So it's just, these GLP-1 medications are just amazing. And I'm so glad that we're able to have them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's see what else I can ask you. Tell me about your exercise. You mentioned that you were starting with that with the trainer.
Yes. So I think it was back in, don't y'all quote me, I'm really bad on dates and numbers. Okay, so I think it was back in like April. I found out about this trainer, and he had his own kind of warehouse training place, kind of like football related training, like really raw materials, and no nice equipment like at Planet Fitness or anything like that.
Yeah.
And
got the big tire you flip over.
The big tires.
I love the big tire.
Bags, the big old stuff, you're lifting and moving and doing and such and such. So I was actually loving it, and it was very consistent. And so I'm part of a 5 a.m. crew.
Oh, nice.
Early bird. I like to get up early in the morning. I sleep early. Like when we get off here tonight, I'm going to sleep. So, but yes, so 5 a.m. we're out there. We're working for about 45 minutes to an hour. And so that worked out for me. But the warehouse where it was, the landlord decided to sell, and so that put like a God, when you get used to something, and all of a sudden something comes and derails that thing for you. It just takes your energy away, right?
Yeah.
And so the one young lady that worked out with me at 5 a.m., she was like, well, we can still go. Let's go to Planet Fitness. Well, I already had a membership for Planet Fitness. I've been paying for 3 years and don't go. So
$9.99 a month, right?
Right. That's just going down.
I might go someday. I might as well keep it.
I'm gonna go next week. Every week was that, so we decided that we would still keep our 5 a.m. thing going. Well, that's been kind of inconsistent too for a minute. Yeah. And then the guy decided, hey, I'll come there and just kind of train you all on the side,
All right.
So we were scared because we were like, well, you're not supposed to train at Planet Fitness, but it's a ton of trainers in there in the morning training other people. But, they work out too. I think as long as they work out with you, they don't have a problem with it. But technically. So we do go still on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 a.m.
Okay.
And it's really good. I like it. Me being sick for like 3 weeks put me behind, but we started back this past week, and it was really good.
Well, that's good. Yeah, sickness can really derail that fitness journey, right?
Yeah.
And especially, the place closes. And I used to work out at a place like that with the big tire, and the guy was a former NFL football player.
Right.
We did the running line drills and the jumping over the things, and then COVID happened, and that shut down. And then I never got back into it because I just said I gained so much weight over COVID, and I'm like, I can't do that. So now I joined something else, and now I'm doing other things. But it's easy for the littlest. Well, COVID wasn't a little thing, but it's easy for lots of things to derail us on this journey. So we have to kind of figure it out. And you know what? You just have to give yourself some grace sometimes and do the best you can in these kind of situations. So I'm glad that you figured out, Planet Fitness, and you're already paying for it anyway, and the trainer could just come in and that sounds like a great solution.
It has been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, good. Did you get rid of any old clothes? Have you cleaned out anything?
I wish my husband could answer that question for you because he's so sick of seeing. I have tubs and tubs of clothes. So I guess as I was going through this journey, I washed. Now I work from home except for 1 day a week. So Thursday's the only day I go in. So I haven't had to buy a lot of clothes at all.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty much a leggings and t-shirt girl. Okay.
Okay.
When I'm home,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
leggings and t-shirts. They're comfortable, and I'll throw on a blazer and a whatever when it's time for an interview or something. You know, I do hearings. So doing my hearings, I'm
Yeah.
well put together up here. You know.
Yeah.
But as far as I have tubs of clothes up there, and my husband keeps saying, when you gonna go through all these clothes in your closet? You just got too many clothes in your closet. And I really do have to go through. So I have not done the purge yet because I don't feel that's, and I'm sure most people can understand that the 70-pound thing or 68, 69-pound thing, you're not there yet to get rid of them. I don't know, it feels so sacred, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around. I'm not going to need those again.
Right.
Because
I've been here before. I've been here before.
I got rid of stuff before, and then I gained weight back, and so it's taken
a trust issue.
I mean, I've been in maintenance for a year. I still have things in my closet that are size 14, 16.
No way. Not the Laraine I saw in DC. You should have brought those with you so I can wear them.
We can have a clothing swap at our meetup.
You should have brought your
swap,
You
right?
were so cute. Oh,
no, thank you. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I know that I'm not going back, right? I know that.
Yeah.
But I don't know that. You know what I mean? So it's, and it'll take me a while. I'll do it a little bit at a time. My husband, Christopher, cleaned out
everything.
His closet is
men can separate. They can separate
mine,
so easily. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's still a hot mess. I actually pulled out a pair of pants to wear this morning and I put them on. I'm like, these are just ridiculous. They're going straight. I have a Goodwill bag in my room. So I'm like, just put them straight in the Goodwill bag. They're not they don't fit anybody. And I hadn't even really ever worn them.
Wow.
So, stuff like that. It's just
yeah, so I hope to. So I promised him I will go through it. So I know I need to because it's actually like maybe 5 or 6 tubs of clothing in my closet, and he is just sick of it.
Oh, another thing I meant to ask you. You had to get the PA, the
prior authorization.
Did you get that? Did you end up getting that?
Yes. Oh, and they sent my $550 back, girl. I work hard for my money. I'm like,
yes,
money back.
Yes, ma'am.
They sent my $550 back. I have Blue Cross Care First, and I have Caremark as my PBM.
Okay.
So yep. So once as I got the prior authorization, right after I paid the $550, it took them 3 months to send it back, but I got it.
Well, at least you got it back, right? So now how much do you pay, like $25 a month now, or?
So I paid $40 for 1 month and $80 for 3-month dose.
Oh, wow.
For 90-day supply, yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Well, that's good.
Yeah. It's a good, I'm happy. And my prior authorization was for 3 years.
Oh, wow. I've not heard of one that long.
Yes, I was shocked too.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Well, Elaine, what are your best tips, or if someone came to you and said, "Oh, I'm really thinking about starting a GLP-1," what's the best advice you could give them?
Just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, because with this journey for me, and like I said, the weight loss is a plus for me. Yeah. But of course it became, I'm more kind of focused on that now because I know everything else is kind of aligned a little bit. But do it for the right reason. Make sure that this is what you want to do. I actually had a niece start on it this past week. Yeah. And I'm not quite sure, and I feel bad if she sees this video because I'm just really saying this all out loud. But anyway, she loved me anyway. I'm just not sure that she understands the purpose of this journey. It's not just jab and go. You really to have the mental, which is why my focus, as I was saying last night, Alonda and I had a live last night, and I was saying, one of the things that you need to understand is we as content creators need to stay in our lane of what we really know, what we're called to do on this journey and the message that we're to bring to others. So with that question that you asked, my message has always been about keeping your mental good, because I think a lot of my obesity came out of childhood trauma. And so I've addressed that on my channel. I think a lot of my obesity just came out of a lot of trauma, trauma induced, kind of things that I've had in my life. And I'm, binge or just ate the wrong things as a result of it. And
or comfort food.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, no, I mean, we all do it, right?
Yeah. So I think just having people to understand, you need to know, Alonda said last night, what's your why? And I know you've heard that plenty of times, over and over again, truly that's what it is. If they don't know what their why is, and I've had other people who started and stopped, and and it's frustrating to see people just abandon it. But I always have to say they don't see it. They don't understand yet. They're not ready yet.
I know exactly what you mean. What's your why, Elaine? Do you know your why?
My why is being healthy, wealthy, and wise. And that's what it is. Being healthy, being wealthy, and wise. And wealth, not meaning financial wealth, but wealth of, just having everything in its proper order in my life. Yeah.
Everything's working.
Everything's working. The system is going as it's supposed to. And that's what I like. I like feeling good about myself. I like walking in a room and feeling confident and not feeling like, oh God, they're looking at me, or this, when I get on the plane. I was laughing about that yesterday, because I used to only fly Southwest when I was 300 plus pounds. Because I could get on there and get my seat. But the most difficult piece was people coming through and not wanting to sit next to me because I was so obese, basically. I'll call it what it is. And then I've had airline stewardess embarrass me because I'll come on and try to say it before I walk to where my seat. Can I get an extender? Extender? And they and they would come down. Who asked for an extender? Or whatever, all loud. Were you the one that asked for the extender? So I have actually rode several flights and not had a seatbelt on, because I would
extender? You didn't even put it on at all.
I wouldn't put one on because I didn't want to ask for the extender. So I would lay it across my lap and then take a jacket or something and cover and just make it look so they wouldn't know.
Yikes. I mean, it's so embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
You have to ask for that. And then if they're going to embarrass you, who needed a seatbelt extender? Like, seriously, like, can't you have a little bit of discretion here? A little bit of, yeah. So, well, I'm glad that you no longer need the seatbelt extender. That's a great non-scale victory.
Very good non-scale victory. And I fly any airline I want now.
Awesome.
My husband only likes Delta, so here lately that's all we've been flying. But yeah.
I mean, it's important. It is important to know your why, and that's always been a real struggle for me, because I didn't really have any other problems. I always was a healthy fat person, right? So, and we know now that I really wasn't a healthy fat person. Like, over time, this was going to catch up to me eventually. But it's just been a struggle for my whole life, and it's nice to now finally be able to not overcome it, but find a tool
Sure.
to treat it that works.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
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 Great.
Well,
It's great.
well, thanks, Elaine. It's been so nice talking with you today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, y'all make sure you go look at her YouTube channel, Real Talk with Elaine, and be sure and like and subscribe while you're over there. Be sure and like and subscribe here while you're over here on the Downsized Dish. If you'd like to come on and tell me your story on the Downsized Dish, and send me an email to Laraine@thedownsized.org. I'll send you a link to our calendar, and we'll get you set up. It was easy, right, Elaine?
Yes. It was very easy. Thank you,
easy.
Laraine.
Awesome. Well, it's great talking to you, Elaine. Thanks for taking time with us today, and thanks for everybody out there watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Laraine Durham for The Downsized.
All right, bye.
Thanks, Elaine.